Hey there, welcome back to No Pants Profits. My name is Richard, and I was considering today going to Knott's Berry Farm, which has an old West ghost town and gunfighting shows and everything like that. Here's the thing though, I wouldn't get there in time. So instead of going to Knott's Berry Farm, I said let's go to an actual ghost town today. This is Tombstone, Arizona. It is about a half an hour off of I-10, and it is a historic ghost town. And it's known for 4 gunfights, 4 completely different gunfights, mine tours, all kinds of awesome stuff like that. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to see what there is to see in Tombstone, Arizona. You can see there's all these different things. The city library, Tombstone trolley shows, old Tombstone gunfights. Ooh, used cream for ice cream, gallows pole tattoo, Rose Tree Museum, Chef and Hall. Ooh, Poonie John's barbecue. Yeah. Is it touristy? Probably. But is it as touristy as a theme park? You know what? I'm not the one to make that call. So we're going to go check out some mines, some shops, some saloons, some gunfights in a real old western town. Now, I don't know how much of this has been rebuilt, and that might be something we got to figure out. But we're going to go check this out for the next few hours and kind of see what there's to see in Tombstone, Arizona. And I guess the real question is, what do you want to do with your tombstone? They got wine tasting, and they even have a big old smoke shop. There's all these competing businesses trying to get your business. And you see, they even have the Wells Fargo Stagecoach. And here it goes right away. This is just wild. Here we go. He's microphoned up. But we're going to go check out some gunfights. Big Nose Kate's Saloon. We got food. We got beer. Wine tasting. Historic streets and everything. I've already got my ticket to my first gunfight, which is at 10:15. Haunted Hotel. Ooh. Yeah, so you can see there is the Wells Fargo Stagecoach, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to check all the things that are going on in the real ghost town, or as real as one can think it is, of Tombstone, Arizona. What do you want on your tombstone? Stay around. So here's a place that you might know. It's in pretty much every Old West theme park, but I believe this is the original. This is the Birdcage Theater. Coming to see the original barroom, gambling casino, dance hall, hand-painted stage, 14 birdcage cribs, the orchestra pit, the poker room, the wine cellar, the basement bordello. You can do ghost tours here. The Birdcage Theater, the entertainment never stopped for 9 years. The bodiest night spot between Basin Street and the Barbary Coast. That was the way it is when it happened. Walking the past where history was made, fortunes were won, and lost. Turn for cards, the roll of the dice, the legendary characters of Tombstone recreated as real life. These people who made the Birdcage Theater.
There's over 140 bullet holes throughout. Not all these bullet holes was run by gunfights. The biggest part of them was run cowboys. Right there in the bar post in front of you, young man. Right down there is a 45. You want to pay for this one there?
There we go.
You're good.
Look at this. They got a whole big bar and everything in here.
Now,
One of the some of those famous characters.
That says in its original position with the chairs, that's where Doc Holliday would
This is kind of cool.
And play pharaoh. We have our dice table, handmade, our original grand piano. Many more relics on that main floor. He's in the backstage. Upon the backstage, you see one of the tombstones with the antiques, known as the Black Mariah. The Black Mariah is our original tombstone first.
Cool.
24 karat gold, sterling, and silver. They was only 8 of those ever made. That is the only one still known to be in existence today, built in Rochester, New York. Then you'll go down a set of steps, that'll take you downstairs to the poker room. Down in the poker room, sets table and chair.
I think we might have to tour around this a little bit later. Problem is, we got a gunfight going on in 5 minutes, so we'll probably come back and Wow.
You get your name called, but when you did, it was
yeah, so
$1,000 to enter that game. Today's money, 30 grand. Now, we do have two large Bordella room downstairs, full size, fully furnished. And we have a wine cellar too.
We'll come back and we'll take the tour a little bit later. We got to get going to a gunfight in a minute. Let's go to the... This is the only original building. Wow.
Anybody would like to do a self-guided tour, $16.50 for adults, $15 for
$16.50 for adults. This is the last... Okay, this is what we learned here. Again, we're learning... You're learning with me in real time. This is the last original building. It might be one of the last things we do because it's down by the car. I wanted to kind of go near the end and see everything. What the hell is that? Oh, I thought that was like a... But we got a 10:15 gun show. What we've done is I've walked down the street and figured out what's going on. So that's going to allow us to check things out. We'll do that on the way back later. But we're going to check out some gun shows. Now, this first gun show that we're going to go see is at the Saloon Theater. It's the historic gunfight shows, and they say they're the only one that really does it based on real history. That's what they say. So I'm going to let you be the judge of that. It was $10 for a ticket for the gunfight, and they do this indoors. It's an indoors gunfight. I believe there's one place, there are 4 different places that do gunfights, and I love gunfights. So, you know, I might see all 4, and means you're going to see all 4 with me unless they say, you can't record the gunfight. I'm going to be so angry if I can't record the gunfight. But we're going to go catch the gunfight. You see, they're going around right now. It says that's male, but that totally calls out Wells Fargo to me. But I love gunfights. So let's go check out the first gunfight, which is a historical reenactment of 4 different gunfights for $10. Really can't beat that if it's any good. And these are the fighters that were out on the street trying to get people to come out to their show earlier. But we're going to go check out that gun show. And I've got the times of the other gun shows in town. So we might jump from one to another to another. This is at 10:15. We're done by 10:45. We got to find us the 11 o'clock gun show, and the 11:30 gun show, and the 12 o'clock gun show. Because you know what we're going to do? We're going to see all the gun shows. You bought 2 tickets to the gun show. Well, probably buy 4 tickets to the gun show. First one coming up, what we're about to see, is in the Saloon Theater. It's a historical gunfight shows daily at 10:15, noon, and 2 p.m. And it is the first gun show of the day. I think we might jump over to the OK Corral, something like that. We'll see what other gun shows are, and then we'll definitely go back and toward the Birdcage Theater a little bit from now. So, they're cheering for the gun show. On in 7 minutes. I might have to go have a beer before the gun show. That's all I'm saying. See you at the gun show. Now, I guess if you're not quite sure what to do in town, there is the Tombstone Visitor Center. So, we can go ahead and the town, too tough to die. They do have public restrooms in the city park. Please close the door behind you. Oh, it's got fisty. I was just pushy. So here's all the different... I closed the door behind me. So here's all the different gunfights daily. So you got here's the different gunfights. So the OK Corral one is a gunfight. That's a gunfight. And where's the other gunfights? The Saloon Theater is a gunfight. So we're gonna see the Saloon Theater. We're gonna see the OK Corral. I don't see if the other ones have a gunfight. Well, you can come here. OK Corral. I'm looking for all the other gunfights. I don't see them. Interesting. Roaster Museum, Wild West Doors. Well, we're going to have to see what other places have the gunfights here. Well, I ain't got the time for the other gunfights. I got them for this. Let's go check out the first gunfight at the Saloon Theater. Yeah, so that was a good little show in the Saloon Theater. I think we're going to go see the one in the western town next. But one of the nice things is they all have kind of a relationship with each other. So there's good. What's up? All good. All good. What do we got? Hot chocolate with peppermint schnapps. Jack Daniel's Winter Jack. Hot butter. Ooh, that's a hard choice. What's the thing that most people get here? It's a hard choice. I'm going to get the hot buttered rum. Yeah. Get a hot buttered rum. why the hell not? And then we're going to go over and we're going to do, there's a distillery and a brewery in town. Of course there's a distillery and brewery. They got a saloon right there. Ooh. A little more authentic than Knott's Berry Farms. That's all I'm going to say. But she's getting the hot buttered rum. We got drink specials, Sinatra Select Jack Daniels. So there's a brewery and a distillery in town. There's the next gunfight is at 11:30. So let's have a seat right here. Oh, there we go. She's got the butter in, actually making it with all the right way to do it, which I think is great. Oh, there we go. Got the butter there. There we go. It's a proper drink right there. So we're gonna go from here over to the distillery, and then we'll go check out there's 4 gunfights in town. I think we'll catch 3 of them today, because then we gotta get back on the road. And so there's one at 11:30 and one at 12:30, and then we can squeeze in a distillery and a brewery between the 2. I think so. Yeah. So we're gonna have our hot buttered rum, squeeze in a distillery and a brewery. I'll let you know how the hot buttered rum is in a minute. There we go. It's got the butter in it. And the rum. It's probably already got the hot in it. Probably already got the hot in it. There we go. Yeah, there we go. That's an interesting drink. Usually, I think the last time I had that was at a tiki bar. That was the last time I had that drink. It was a hot buttered banana rum at a tiki bar. Oh, I don't know where that was. It's kind of wild. I don't know where it was. I don't remember what that was. Hot buttered banana rum. Can't tell you now. But she's mixing it up, getting it nice and hot and melting. And we'll try it in a minute. All right, so we got the hot buttered rum. Took a while to make that because she actually made it like step by step with the butter and the rum and the hot. That's a very interesting drink here. I had a banana one of these that was so good at a tiki bar.
It was pretty good. It was vicious.
Ooh. But we're gonna go from here over to the distillery. Here's the stuff at the distillery I tried. Then between the next 2, we'll go to the brewery. So I do want to see all the gunfighting shows.
We'll get you into rugby. She got into rugby.
Yeah, good drink. Very good drink. Finish it up real quick and we'll get moving on. All right, next up, the distillery. These are the gunfighters we just saw kind of hanging out on the street trying to drum up business for the next show. Let's go. They've been making it since 1881 now. Only 3 legal distilleries since 1881. Sad. It says closed still. Well, I guess we're not going to this way. They're getting ready to open. I think they'll open at 12. That's my feeling. You think we can run to the brewery real quick? See how far the brewery is away. Should be walkable from here. Everything in town should be. And then we'll jump over to the distillery after the gun show. But we got to catch something in between these 2 gun shows in the next 20 minutes. We got to do something. Time is of the essence. All right. So I found the distillery that was closed. And I think the brewery is right over here. So let's go try some beer at the Tombstone Brewing Company. Because why the hell not, right? Is the beer any good? That's all we gotta know. There aren't any incredibly bad beers on this trip yet, but you never know if the beer's good or not. Plus, after the beer, I mean like right after the beer, we have 10 minutes for beer, then we gotta go to the show. So I'll see you there. Hey there, welcome back to No Pants Profits. My name's Richard. Today I'm coming to you from Tombstone, Arizona, pretty much in the middle of nowhere. And we are gonna go check out the Tombstone Brewing Company. There's a brewery as well as a distillery in town. I think the distillery is gonna open up soon. And hey, look, the genius thing they've got here is they actually have a mobile bar, which is kind of cool. So you have to pedal, and it turns into pedal power, and the bar moves. But we're gonna check out the Tombstone Brewing Company, which has a toilet out front with a cactus and bowls. No butts. It's I get it. It's a cigarette joke. But local beer, let's try some of their local beer here at the Tombstone Brewing Company here in Tombstone, Arizona. Let's do a flight. See how it is. We got a gunfight to catch after this, too. So, mind your P's and Q's, and let's get to drinking. All right, so we speed ran that distillery. We went into that distillery right quick. Not distillery, sorry. Brewery, distilleries later. And we're headed to another gun show. Now, this is a gun show I was originally navigating out to, and then I found a gun show earlier at 10:15. Now, these other gun shows are comical or in the location of the OK Corral, which doesn't really where the gunfight happened. But we're going to see the comical gun show now, and then we're going to go see the noon gunfight at the OK Corral, which is not a dumb question. What time is the noon gunfight at the OK Corral? It's actually 12:30. I know. Y'all weren't expecting that, were you? What we're going to do is we're going to jump over and hopefully see the gunfight that happens outside in a real old western town. First gunfight we saw was $10. I think this one's $10 if you buy it online, $11 if you buy it in person. But this is the only one that I think happens out on a western set town. And this might be kind of what Knott's Berry Farms and those others ripped off. But if you like gunfights like I do, this is the town to be in. So I think we're right up here. We're going to check out the gunfight. And then, who knows what else we're going to do today. I got to calculate. That's how far it's going to take me to get all the way over to California. Just saying. All right, so I just finished with the old Tombstone gun show. I will tell you, I was a bigger fan of the Saloon show. They are correct. It is more historically accurate and everything like that. But we're going to go, if we can get into it now, to the OK Corral. See you there, gun show. We have exactly 5 minutes to make it over there. It's a cute little town. Yeah, the only thing that's actually original here is the Birdcage Theater, which we will tour before we get out of this town. But what I still got on my bingo card to do is to jump into the OK Corral, which I'm pretty sure they are trying to market the shit out of right now. See the guys right there. And then we're seeing our last gunfight we're going to see in town, I think, today. So we shall see. That's what I'm saying. We shall see. It looks like this has the biggest cast of characters, misfits, whatever you want to call the OK Corral folk right here. And then after that, we're going to definitely go over to the distillery. So let's go ahead and check out the OK Corral gunfight. So I have to say that the OK Corral was the best of them overall. They actually had the most actors for $10, including the OK Corral, a historama, and a newspaper print that you can get right there. So it's really quite a cool thing to go to. Out of them, I'll say that one first, then the theater show, the Saloon Theater, and then the one that's in the Tombstone town that they recreated. But now I'm going to go ahead, jump over to the distillery and do some whiskey tasting. Then we're going to go to the Birdcage Theater. Then I think we're going to head out of here because it's already going to be 10 o'clock by the time we get to Arizona. Not Arizona, by the time we get to California, if we leave at 2. It's 1:23 right now. So I think we're going to do the full tasting experience. Quarter ounce pours. We use locally sourced corn, barley, rye, and so yeah, that's what we're gonna do. See you at the whiskey tasting. So I just did the whiskey tasting and it was great. Again, this is kind of really cool because it's rebuilt, but it's kind of rebuilt photo accurate, I would say, to a point. You know, the roads are closed and everything like that. It's this is Tombstone, but there's one place that's not rebuilt that I want to check out. And I mean, I don't think it was this one, but Steve Martin got started at the Birdcage Theater. I think it was the Birdcage Theater that's in Knott's Berry Farm. No, we're not going to the We're going to the real OG original Birdcage Theater. Then I gotta get on the road. because I gotta get going. I'm already gonna be in California at 10 p.m. But yeah, we're gonna go check out the original Birdcage Theater now. I think it's like $16.50 to go back and tour the whole theater. I want to do that, and then we'll wrap up our time here. I really did actually really like this. It's very different. It's touristy, but it's not a theme park per se. And look, they've got, if I had time, if I only had time. Do I have time? Oh, I may have time. I don't know. Let's see if I have time. Meet the artist. Skip Honor. Wine Club. Just real quick. Honor class. Purchase of 2 bottles. Yeah. I don't really love wine that much. They have tasting bottles and glasses. Big Nose Kate's Saloon. Oh wow. Kate was Doc Holliday's girlfriend. That's Big Nose Kate's. Oh wow. That is a beautiful saloon. Hold on. I kind of want to peek in there as soon as he takes the picture. Look at that. Sorry. There's a lot of people taking pictures of that door. I wish I could stay longer. It's kind of like being in a time machine. Very weird. Very weird. I mean, looks like a movie set, but the movie sets were based on this, which is kind of strange. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna try and tour the Birdcage Theater as our last thing to do here, and we're gonna head out of town. There is one more gun show that goes on in this theater right here. I wish I had the time. I would love to. They got a theater. They got a gambling hall. They got all kinds of stuff like that. But again, I wish I had the time, which I don't have the time. I know. It sucks. That's the last show of the day. Also, of note, when you're watching this video, you do want to get here early in the morning because it is impossible to find parking here after about 11 a.m. I happened to find some parking down at the end of town by the Birdcage Theater. 4 different gun shows. We saw 3 of them. I'd love to see the 4th, but I want to get to California before the sun goes down. So, 8-hour drive from here to where I need to end, and it is currently 1:40 p.m. Doc Holiday Saloon. So they got a saloon here. Cash only. That's an interesting one. Best coffee. Handcrafted leather. What we want to check out is the original Birdcage Theater of Tombstone. Let's go check that out. Separate video coming soon. At the Birdcage Theater. Stay around. Alright, so it is 2 o'clock and it is time I get out of Tombstone. Even if I leave right now, I'm not going to make it over to California where I need to go till at least 10 o'clock at night. That assumes no traffic, no pit stops. You know how realistic that isn't. But, Richard, from No Pants Profits, coming from Tombstone, Arizona, I kind of showed you what I could. Just left the Birdcage Theater. Kind of cool. I got stuff to drink. Had some liquor, had some beer, but I didn't actually have any food. So I'm going to try and go slightly out of town and grab some food, or I'll wait an hour till I get on the road. Again, it's Richard from No Pants Profits saying, when you're wearing no pants, Tombstone, Arizona, the only thing you got left to lose, there's your Hawaiian shirt. Have a great one. Bye!